Hello and welcome to FinextraTV. I'm Alex Lippic, and you join us at this Diebold Nixdorf Intersect 2026 event in Cannes. And I'm delighted to be joined here in the studio by Shalima Adam and also Danie van den Berg of Capitec. It's lovely to have both of you here. Very warm welcome to you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Absolute pleasure, and what a great event to be a part of as well. Danie, I'm going to come to you first, if I may. How can banks use operational models to evolve their cash offerings? Let's start there.
I think what's important to understand is that the cash supply chain is very, very fast. You don't have long lead times. You have lots of variability, and it's quite difficult to manage. So what we've done is to think differently about it and to move away from traditional forecasting to something different. So we're still using forecasting because that's the basis of everything. But remember, forecasting is quite staid and limited in terms of what you can do. It also doesn't allow you to react quickly to market demand. So we've implemented demand-driven material requirement planning. Demand-driven material requirement planning works on dynamic buffers. The dynamic buffers takes into account demand, like it says, and also variability and also short-term indicators, as well as lead times. That enables you to have optimal stock levels in the devices. And it took our stock availability in terms of cash to the next level. We were able to increase our volumes and throughput substantially, whilst at the same time decreasing cash in circulation by using this methodology.
Great. I saw you nodding away there, Shalima. So is there anything you'd like to add to that at all?
100%. It's a beautiful capability that we've built on Amazon SageMaker. It's a machine learning capability and tool. It looks at historic data and it looks at patterns, and it depicts and shows us the demand that we can forecast for the next day. And built onto that, we looked at a planning capability, which is DDMRP, which Danie alluded to, and it really brings in real-time data, and it allows you to manage your stock on hand close to the point of ordering bulk cash and replenishing devices. And to Danie's point, not only does forecasting and DDMRP give us certain opportunities to meet client demands, it also helps us to reduce our cost of doing business quite significantly.
Shalima, sort of continuing from that point, if I may, with cash continuing to still obviously be very important, how can banks still modernize this area of the business, do you think?
There's a lot of opportunity to modernize the ATM channel and the cash offerings. We at Capitec believe that we need to meet our clients and service their needs, and if that is cash needs, so be it. We will do that at the most effective cost to the bank, as well as remaining profitable in doing so. We believe in an omni-channel experience. Our clients have the ability to utilize our app to do send cash transactions to their loved ones that may be, a little far from where they are, and don't have access to the app or to a Capitec card for that matter. So simplicity for us is important. Being able to service the client need on omni-channel experiences is important, and also keeping the complexity at the back end. So meeting our fundamentals of simplicity to the client, we hope to take them through a client journey that creates an awareness to them that they understand.
Interesting insight, and cash has clearly been a running theme throughout this event so far. This is a question, I guess, to both of you, opening up to the floor. Why does cash remain so popular, do you think?
I think if you look specifically at the South African market, in South Africa we see cash in real terms declining slightly. I always tell people, remember the reported figures is only the time that cash reaches the banking system. Outside of the banking system, cash translates hands 5 or 10 times. We don't know how many times. So if you take that into account, cash is still massive in the South African market and in other markets as well. In the South African market, for some of the reasons why cash is still so important is low literacy levels. So people feel more comfortable with cash in certain instances. Many of them have been defrauded, unfortunately. They don't understand the digital world yet, and we are giving them or providing them those cash services, as we say, in the interim, while they make hopefully the transfer into digital services. Send cash that Shalima was mentioning now, they do on the app. Now we've had a massive uptake in terms of send cash. The good thing about it, it's people that didn't use the app previously is now using the app. And what we hope is, because they start using the app, they get more comfortable with it. They start looking at their balances, they start doing electronic payments as well, because ultimately that's where we want them to go, because it's in their best interest. But as a client-centric company, we will always respect the client's needs. And as the clients still need cash, we will still provide cash, like Shalima said. I think the importance is also we have to be very, very effective, because cost is a big issue. Infrastructure investment is quite massive. So if you're not efficient in everything you do, and you need to look at all aspects, you will not be able to service the client needs.
Yes, you were going to say.
Yes, we have 18 million cash users within Capitec out of our 26 million clients. The informal sector remains massive in our economy, and due to structural infrastructure challenges, rather, there will always be a need for cash as a means of a mode of exchange, because you have to pay for a taxi, or you have to buy fruit on your way home, or a meal for your family, and that's the only mode that is accepted in some of our informal sectors. So until we have those changes, we will continue to have cash that will be relevant within the SA economy.
Well, it's a fascinating topic. I'm sure these conversations will keep happening over future months and years. But in the meantime, I want to thank you both so much for your time. Danie and Shalima, it's been a pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you both.